Paul, clearly you needed a big response today after last weekend. What went wrong, really?
Well, the first 30 seconds, sort of somebody up. We picked a team with good experience, good physicality, and know-how, and we certainly wanted to start the game in that fashion. And then in the first 30 seconds, we dangled two legs in two separate tackles and allowed a ball in our box and 1-0 down in a game that, yeah. So, and then the second goal's not much better in terms of the decision making and how they're getting behind. And then once Ollie gets sent off, we've made the game so easy for Burnley, and yeah, it's they wouldn't have been expecting a game like that, put it that way.
Do you feel a little bit let down with your players today, particularly how they've played?
Yeah, certainly. You know, I don't have a go at the players publicly, and I won't tell you the things that have been said and have been said. But yeah, 100%, and I don't think anyone could argue with them.
With the nature of the last couple of performances, are you kind of worried about their mentality? Because at times today, with how they were playing, they seemed to be like a hot potato at times, and nobody really wanted the ball.
Listen, we know the challenge of the league, and I'm going to phrase this, I'll try to make it as clear as possible rather than trying to make it complicated. We know the calibre of the league, and we know that the test that we've got. And it's one thing if the level's a bit too much for you, but the challenge is the mentality and how you approach the game. And you can't kid anyone. You can't kid the fans. You have to give. And if you're not good enough, you're not good enough. You know, if we fall short, we fall short. But you must compete. You must run. You must make the tackles. You must make the headers. Because regardless how soft the laws of the game are getting, that won't change. You've still got to compete. And that was missing it. Certainly key time. We started the second half okay, then it got difficult again because we made a little error for the third goal, and then you could see one or two players again with that sort of mindset, and that's the test. Listen, no one, certainly me, I'm not expecting us to go out there and dominate every game against these opponents who maybe the halves in the league who've got more than us, but I'm certainly expecting us to, not just for us and the team, but for them as individual players to go and show that they can play in this league and they've worked hard to get here and they deserve to be here. Because regardless what happens between now and the end of the season, they want to stay here. But everyone's watching. There's no hiding place, and sometimes that scrutiny can affect people as well, you know. So I think that's the best way to address it. There's levels, we know we're at that tough next level up, but there's still the same expectation in how we compete and the mentality of the group.
They've gone under a little bit in the second half, it looked today. I know they were down to 10 men. That's not the first time kind of games have got away. How frustrating is that? Because clearly I'd imagine you want to see them fighting for every ball, kicking every ball, and you saw the reaction of the fans at the end.
Yeah, massively. Listen, one of the bits about it, and I've said it, and this is not an excuse, but I wanted to keep the group together with the mentality of the group. Everyone knows that. But that's done, it's gone. But the players who's come in, the players who's new to it, that's my point about the challenge of the Premier League. They have to be committed to it for themselves, not just for us, for me, the team, the fans, for themselves if they want a career. Because as I say, we're on the biggest stage in football, and everyone's watching them. And sometimes that could spur people on, sometimes that can be an intimidating factor as well.